Hey there, and welcome to Gardens of Soul Coaching. Today, I want to have a real, heart-to-heart conversation. Not some 10 tips to be productive kind of thing. More like the kind of talk you'd have late at night on the porch with a friend you've known forever, when the world gets quiet and real stuff comes up. Let's talk about something that touches so many of us. Why do we constantly push ourselves to achieve and find it so hard to just be gentle with ourselves? That voice in our head. You know the one. That voice that pipes up the moment you take a break. You're wasting time. You should be doing more. Other people are hustling. What's your excuse? It's like having an internal boss who never clocks out. And the worst part? You believe them. You sit on the couch with a bowl of cereal, watching a comfort show, and suddenly feel like a failure. I mean, when did rest become a crime? Where does this pressure come from? Here's the thing. Most of us didn't invent this pressure ourselves. It's the air we've been breathing since childhood. Maybe it came from parents who praised achievement more than effort. Or teachers who gave gold stars for perfect grades, but not for trying. Or coaches who yelled no pain, no gain. And then there's American culture, the land of the self-made man, the grind set, the hustle. We worship productivity. We put busy on a pedestal like it's a personality trait. Heck, even our vacations are scheduled down to the minute. Somewhere along the way, we started to believe, if I'm not achieving, I'm not worth much. That's a pretty brutal belief system to live under, huh? Let me tell you a little metaphor I love. Imagine you are a garden. Some parts are blooming. Some are still growing. Some look kinda dead, but they're just resting, waiting for spring. Now imagine yelling at that garden. Grow! Damn it! Bloom faster! Where are the results? What happens? Nothing. Maybe even damage. Because growth doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to care. Now picture this. You walk through the garden slowly. You water the soil. You clear some weeds. You whisper, take your time. I'm here. That's how we grow. Not through bullying ourselves, but through presence, through kindness. Why is self-compassion so hard? Because we weren't taught how. We were taught to measure, to strive, to compare, but not how to comfort ourselves. Because being gentle feels risky. We think, if I let myself off the hook, I'll lose all motivation. So we tighten the grip. More goals, more plans, more guilt when we don't follow through. But here's the kicker. Compassion isn't weakness. It's power in disguise. It takes strength to say, I'm tired. And that's okay. I made a mistake. And I still deserve kindness. I'm not a machine. I'm human. A while back, I got sick. Nothing serious, just a bad cold. I knew I needed rest. My body was begging for it. But inside? Panic. You're falling behind. Your YouTube channel's gonna stall. What if people forget about you? So I lay in bed, body aching, and on top of that, feeling guilty for being human. Until, in the middle of the night, I heard a quieter voice. A softer one. It said, can we just rest? Can we stop proving and just be? It felt like an inner child, exhausted from the pressure. And I let that part cry. I let myself feel the sadness of how long I'd been pushing. Since then, I've been practicing gentleness. Not always perfectly, but more often. And that's enough. But won't I lose motivation? Such a common fear. We think if we stop pushing, we'll turn into sloths. But let me ask you, when have you done your best work? When you were scared and exhausted? Or when you felt inspired, supported, alive? True motivation doesn't come from fear. It comes from love, from meaning, from being connected to what really matters to you. When you like yourself, you want to create. You want to move. You want to show up. Some gentle practices. Here are a few tiny things that have helped me stay kind to myself. Starting the day with, how am I feeling, really? Writing down one thing I liked about the day, even if it's tiny. Giving myself a literal hug, it's awkward, but it works. Imagining a future version of me saying, you're doing great. I've got your back. Letting myself just exist, no performance required. Final thoughts, just for you. If you're tired, if you're feeling not enough, if you're watching everyone else crush goals while you're barely getting out of bed, I want to say this to you. You're not behind. You're not lazy. You're healing. You're learning. You're growing, even if it's invisible right now. You are not a machine. You are a soul. And your soul deserves space, breath, warmth. Be kind to yourself. That's not giving up. It's how you come back to life. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, try saying this to yourself just once today. I'm enough. As I am. Right now. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And thank you, truly, for taking care of yourself, even if it's just by listening to this episode. Every time you choose gentleness over pressure, rest over burnout, compassion over criticism, you're not just healing yourself. You're helping shift the culture around you, one breath at a time. If this podcast brought you comfort or clarity, feel free to share it with a friend who might need the same. And if you'd like to support the project, you can find more at Gardens of Soul Coaching on YouTube. Your presence means the world. Until next time, be kind to yourself. You're doing better than you think.